Hello folks, and welcome to the Regenerative Urban Farm, which today is a regenerative urban above ground swimming pool. So I'm having to keep an umbrella under the phone, but check out what we have going on here. That's a chickens. How are we doing? Is everything a muddy mess? It is. So all the rain that we haven't gotten for the past year all came at once, apparently. And the ground is really dried up, which is why it has all the cracks that I showed you. And that means it doesn't absorb any water at all. So the water is just pooling above the ground and finding low spots to run off in. So this is both a good thing and a bad thing. We need rain. We don't need a washout flood though, and that's kind of what we got. But this is a great example of careful what you wish for. And this is pretty low at the moment. Earlier when I looked out here, it was in the middle of a turn, and the water was almost coming in the house. So I mean, it was high on the porch, and this stream was all the way into the chicken coop. This is the first rain that any of the chickens have ever seen in their life. This is a totally new experience for them, and it doesn't sound like they like it that much. What isn't underwater is just a swamp. You see under there how deep it is. That's 2 egg cartons stacked on top of one another. One of them is 3 inches under water. The water's come up so much that the stake that I was holding down, this shade for these beds, came out, and there's not really anything I can do about it right now because it's under 4 or 5 inches of water. So today's goal is to figure out some way to redirect some of this, because you can see these little waves going up onto the porch. That's not ideal, and we need to figure out some kind of way to get it out of here or redirect it. You see the big crack that I showed you the other day, I put my foot on these boards and water just comes out, so that entire thing is filled up. And I know that's going to be a problem because I filled the one in the front up with water, and the ground swelled up and became like a hill around it. And being that our house is sitting on this, it's not really good to swell it in, like, inconsistent areas, because that's going to put weird little torsional stress on the foundation, which is an expensive problem to have. These poor chickens. This is actually a good thing disguised as a disaster, though, because they had been digging, and there was holes like under the base of the coop all the way around. And I'm hoping, since this has become like slushy mud, that it'll kind of disperse and fill in those holes. You see right here, our neighbor put up a little metal strip because his dog kept trying to come over, and that metal strip is serving as a dam. I don't have enough hands to man the umbrella and open the coop. I don't probably really want to know what it looks like in there right now anyway, but let's give it a try, see if I can keep all this balanced. So it is wet. Everything is wet. There is nothing that escaped this. My pepper plant appears to have fallen over. I would have to say the ground got so wet, and the root system, or the shoot system, got so heavy that it tore the roots out of the ground. And this is how fast the thing that you wish for becomes the thing that ruins your operation, I guess. It's a strange game. I played it as a child growing up on a ranch. You're always either in a drought wishing for rain or in a flood wishing for dry. And it's a strange thing, but it never seems to balance itself out. It's always full-fledged one side or the other. There's never a happy medium, which is, sarcastically, that happy medium is exactly what operations like this, thrive on. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go for now. I know the camera's shaky. I'm trying to hold too much stuff at once. It's kind of challenging. So we'll check back in later, hopefully after it stops raining. Alright, so it's still raining pretty hard, but we're going to try to let the chickens out so they can stretch their legs. They look a little tired of this situation. So hang tight. Chickens, are we ready to come out? Let's go. My God, y'all's run is a total mud pit. But it did fill in the holes pretty good. Except for over there in that corner, it's probably a hole all the way through. Yeah. It, get back. Let's see if we can rescue this pepper plant that fell out of the ground. It's a little bit too wet right now, but as you can see, the ground got so wet and there was so much water on the leaves that it just collapsed. There is still plenty of water. And as I said earlier, the issue is it's been so dry that this ground is compacted to the point that it doesn't absorb anything. So what's here is going to stay here until it evaporates, I guess. But this is, we've had a really good luck with mosquitoes this year, and I'm pretty sure this is going to change that for the worse. Mosquitoes on the Texas coast are quite brutal.